said gym life is a lifestyle is full of shit. I mean, what we lift within those four walls makes us badasses. But it's how we deal with other shit that makes us strong.
CrossFit swole mates who spot each other in and out of the gym. We keep workouts tough and drink strong.
From barbells to bar crawls, this is a podcast about finding strength in and out of the gym. Can you keep up?
Ruth's Chris has good sorbet.
Yum.
They have to have a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that is a very smart idea, darling. Although they're not Italian.
What?
Mostly Italian restaurants have a palate cleanser. A steakhouse.
Oh,
with a
it wasn't.
palate
It was
cleanser.
dessert. Bryce got it. And it was enough to feed like an army.
What
Never
kind
had
of
that there.
8-year-old buys sorbet for dessert?
My kid.
Isn't that weird?
Raspberry sorbet.
He didn't want a chocolate cake?
Nope.
Very interesting.
That's my boy.
He needed to have his palate cleansed.
Did he have a giant garlic steak or something?
Shrimp.
Shrimps.
Scrimps.
Shrimps. Well, you know, sometimes that's how shit goes down.
You know, this is pretty mellow.
Shelva reported it. Thank
Oh,
God
she found
for
it?
Shelva. I think your doctor friend has an impersonator.
So that means that Shelva was stalking him.
Shelva was stalking. Well, we are stalking him.
I don't stalk him.
All I know is I said, Yazin, it seems that you've got an imposter. And he said, thanks, it never ends.
I saw that. At first, when you told us, I was thinking, what if we were bamboozled? But then he knew too much about stuff, so I was like, oh yeah, we talked to him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And that he was the imposter. Yeah.
What
He
if
had
we were talking to him?
150,000 followers, though.
He does now?
No, well, yeah.
I thought he had less than that. That's wow.
Hold on, let me check.
It must have been
Dr.
us.
Wow. Yes, probably was.
140,000. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Gosh.
140,000.
He sucks.
But his imposter has 55.
Okay, well, I mean, he has to start somewhere.
And one of them is Shelva.
Big red flag there.
Oh, Shelva. She must not have friended him. She must have just thought. Well, I don't know how she did that, but that's Shelva. She's
She's a sleuth.
a little detective. She's like,
You wanted
She's
to
like
say
the
something
monk.
else.
no, I was trying to
The
think.
monk.
The monk.
Isn't he autistic?
Ay, Dios mío,
Who?
cabrón. Here we go. The monk, the detective.
Right.
Oh, the
slightly-
TV show.
Yeah, I
What
love
was his
that
name?
show.
No, I don't think.
You know who he is? He's the father from that show we like on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What is his name?
On the show? I have Mr. Maisel. I don't know.
No, it's
Damn it.
His
in
name
real
is Tony
life.
Shalhoub.
Tony
Shalhoub.
Shalhoub.
Greek.
I love Monk. He's Greek?
Shalhoub.
I totally thought he was Jewish. Maybe because of Mrs. Maisel, I thought he was Jewish.
Probably.
Yeah.
Telling
Yeah,
you.
he can-
the
he can-
Greeks
he
get
walks the
confused
line.
for Jews all the time.
They walk the line.
Dude,
No, he's good. I think it was like Asperger's.
Something. He had something
on the
in
show?
that show.
No, he actually didn't. He just was compulsive. They never diagnosed him with anything.
Because that was a long time ago before diagnoses.
Ma'am,
When
the
was
monk,
the monk on?
the monk was only on like
Diagnoses.
not even.
Let's talk. When do you
It
think
probably
the monk
went
was
off
on?
the air
Mid-90s.
11 years. No, what?
Yes.
Like 5 years ago. 8 years ago, I bet.
Y'all, you're crazy.
The Monk. Matt and I used to watch it. That's how I know it was my song. I will sing that song to you. It's,
Sing it, please. We need an intro.
We do.
hold on, I gotta think about it.
Oh God, girl.
I'm gonna have to Google it because it's been so
No,
long.
don't Google it.
2009.
What I tell you?
That's what I
8
said.
years.
That's
You said the
season 8.
90s. I said when it went off.
When did it
years ago.
start?
Must have started in 2002.
Jesus Christ. 2002.
I
Season 1.
loved The Monk, man.
It
That
wasn't
was my
called The
show.
Monk. It was just called Monk.
I loved The Monk.
There he is. Tony Shalhoub.
Tony's just, yeah, I don't know that man.
You know, it's on, you know what network it was on?
USA.
Damn it. She's,
Wow.
You really scare me with that stuff.
I love
You love
The
shitty television.
Wait a
on
freaking
shitty
second.
channels.
The thing is, he had some compulsions that I have. So I was like,
You know what you need to watch?
my people.
A show that I like on Netflix with the autistic kid.
I already
Oh
told
yeah,
you
we
about
talked
it.
about that one.
Atypical.
Atypical.
You watch that?
I told
We've
y'all to
talked
watch
about
it, but you
that.
had already watched it. But then she didn't want to watch it because she got mad because they had an affair, so she didn't want to watch it.
All right.
She's so exhausted.
She is. He reminds me of Monk.
Yes.
Who? Oh, the atypical kid.
Yeah. He's a version of Monk, but so is Sheldon.
Right.
Sheldon does have Asperger's.
Sheldon's not diagnosed as
He's
Asperger's.
on this. Yeah. In the Sheldon show, in the kids show, don't they talk about that?
No.
You don't watch that show?
Oh, yes, I do.
The kid one?
Yeah.
Or the.
I watch both
Every week, she said.
every week. I record it.
How do you find the show?
Do you tape it on your VCR?
Don't make me turn the DVR joint on and y'all will see all the shows. Yes, I watch Sheldon every week. I watched last week's show last night. I love Sheldon. He's such a little...
This is why
shit.
we'll never find her a man.
Never.
We say that every week, too.
Every week. Do you know who Sheldon's mother is?
Like in real life? Or in the show?
In both shows?
Oh, okay, not really.
No, she's not on both shows. She's not the same mom.
She's the same mom on show. She's not the same person.
Yeah. What's she trying
The
to say?
person who plays Sheldon's mom from Roseanne, what's her name?
Lori Metcalf.
Her real life daughter plays the mom on Sheldon.
No.
That's awesome.
Yep.
No, she can't be that old.
Had to test
Lori
that.
Metcalf is like
Second
in her 50s.
Yeah, but the daughter looks like she's in her 30s.
So?
I'm just saying.
That's 24.
That means she was pregnant young. No,
Yeah.
Google.
Shit happens.
I swear to God.
I need fact checker.
Okay. I read it in
You can ring it. You read it in what? Inquirer.
No, actually, I think I saw it on one of the news shows, the Entertainment Tonight or something.
I dig that a lot. They do not look alike.
Yep.
Didn't get that.
Lori Metcalf was in the movie with Jonah Hill's sister.
Oh,
Jonah Hill's sister?
Jonah Hill's brother is in entertainment. I didn't know his sister was.
Lori Metcalf has a daughter named Zoe Perry. And she's playing her mom, Lori Metcalf.
There you go.
And she was born
Wait a second. That's not what it says.
in 1974. No. Hold on.
Yeah,
That's
that
someone
doesn't
else.
make sense. I don't buy it. Because Lori Metcalf can't be that old. We watched her on Roseanne.
She's
Roseanne.
34. Zoe Perry's 34.
And what's her mama name?
Lori Metcalf.
Lori Metcalf's got to be close to 60.
And Lori Metcalf is 63. That's
Gina.
normal.
Well,
She
now it
looks
makes
good.
sense. I
Think
thought she was
about
younger.
it. How long ago was Roseanne on?
20 years, right?
More than that.
Really?
Lady Bird.
Yes. Lady Bird.
Good
Yep.
movie.
Yep.
I didn't watch that one until. Wait a second.
Wait a gosh darn second.
We have to warm up, girls, so this is good
La
stuff.
la la
Let's
la
warm up.
la.
What?
A-E-I-O-U. I'm
What?
warming up. My vocals.
That's the
La, la,
mimosas.
La, la, la.
I wanted her to be a little bit more turned up because that would have helped us. It's
Turned
early.
Up.
Turned up. I forgot my point.
Lori Metcalf, daughter.
Yeah. What about her?
Sheldon has Asperger's.
No.
You watch shows.
They haven't
all
diagnosed
the
him with
time.
Asperger's. Especially back then, they wouldn't be able to do it on the show because they didn't know Asperger's back
Oh,
then.
no, not for the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, on
I'm
Sheldon.
just saying, I want to say that I saw something with the creators of
The shows. I mean,
the
it's
shows
quite possible.
where that was their intention, but they probably never have said it.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
And that might be why it's in my
Remember
head.
that show with the coach?
Coach?
Not Coach. His show with his family, not his family, but he was on the show with Dax Shepard and
Oh, the Parenthood.
yes, Parenthood. That son had Asperger's,
Yes.
diagnosed
Yes.
Asperger's. I don't see Sheldon being that extreme though, but yeah, I guess.
I
guess there's different levels of this shit.
There's definitely different levels. My friend's son has Asperger's, and I mean,
Spectrum,
he's
of course.
totally, he's functioning, whatever. There are just certain things that put him on the spectrum.
I might have Asperger's.
No, you don't.
Oh,
You've got something, but it's not Asperger's.
It's not a.
if I had to have a
You've
burger,
got ass boogies. You got ass boogies.
if there was a burger I had to have, I like the Asperger's. I would take that over other ones. Personally, I think that's a
You
great.
guys would have been proud of me when I took the kids to make. Speaking of burgers, Took the kids to Riley to McDonald's after I picked her up yesterday.
You ate. We know. You had to get rid of the rye.
I did have to get rid of that. French fries. And I got a chicken sandwich. I didn't even get a burger.
Wow, that doesn't get an applause from me.
I know.
I would never eat a burger there.
And they sell breakfast all day, so
I know. I
would
should have got a breakfast burger.
A hash
A
brown.
breakfast burger?
I don't eat there.
I
I don't have kids, I guess. That's why.
do.
I think it's so, ugh.
Haven't
you seen the burger that they, like, sit out for 75 years that came from McDonald's?
Yeah, it's so
The chicken
delicious.
nuggets. I won't eat the chicken nuggets.
Oh, I can't. That's when I stopped eating at
it's a
McDonald's.
chicken head.
No, it's chicken parts, and then they put the different pink stuff in there.
My kids much more prefer Chick-fil-A.
Oh, mine too.
Deuce.
If there was a Chick-fil-A in closer to where I picked her up.
And open on Sunday?
And open on Sunday.
God damn that rule.
Because that's always when I crave it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go usually on Saturdays because there's a line out the yin yang.
You got to order on your phone.
Danny does that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And you just run in. Even still, if the line in the drive-thru is long, never get in it. It's always faster if you go inside. Their line through the drive-thru is ridiculous.
I went
Ridiculous.
because I was a little hungover.
What?
Can't
After
imagine.
I dropped her off one day up at the barn.
You shouldn't say those things. It's recording.
I know. I was a little bit. And, I mean, I was fine.
Was it a Tuesday?
Was it
No, it was a Saturday
Monday?
morning.
Oh.
And so then I went, I'm like, oh, I'll just go get an egg sandwich.
Sandwich.
An egg sandwich. And so the line was out down the road. So I'll just run in. That line went through at least 3 times before I got my shit from those people.
So
That's the
many
worst McDonald's is
fatties
that
on
one.
this
I thought you went to Chick-fil-A.
No, it's
No,
wait, which one? In nearby us?
Urbana.
That's what I'm telling
Oh,
you. I'm
Urbana.
talking about the Chick-fil-A. Never wait in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Oh, no, I
Go
never do.
inside.
I never
And you can
do.
order McDonald's on the app too.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that is
yeah. I always
ridiculous.
think about it as I drive up.
We're gonna be robots.
Eat mope, mope, mope.
Well, it's too late for
Eat
us.
mope.
Eat
Eat
mope.
mope.
Eat
Mope, eat
mope.
mope, eat mope, mope.
It's not a good thing.
It's
There's not gonna be jobs.
There's gonna be jobs.
Yeah,
Fixing
to fix the robots. Yeah.
They're just going to be different kinds of jobs.
No, there's not. Because robots can do everything. They can pick cotton. They can pick onions. They can pick
But
peppers.
they can't do it without a human making them do it.
Yeah, so we all better hurry up and figure out how to control a fucking robot.
So let me tell you, my daughter's not going to be one of the ones controlling the robots because I sent her to a Girl Scout robotics patch thing yesterday afternoon for 3 hours.
Oh, guess she's not going
And
to the
I
coding
went to
class.
pick her up and they were coding and they had this robot that had to follow a line and they had to code it to follow the line. And it was her and like Deborah Beck's kid and a couple others. And they got it halfway and then they were like, let's go fix it. And then they went back to the computer to fix it. And then it went a quarter of the way and started spinning in circles. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they went to fix it again and then it did even worse. And
That's their
looked-
first time.
no, but the first graders figured it out.
Oh, they're
The
dumb.
fifth graders couldn't figure it out. So I looked at my friend Deborah and I was like, we better find them a different direction to go. in.
But imagine what that's telling you.
Different
That
career
just,
path.
just in that 4 years of time, those first graders, those babies, are going to be the genius ones that can do coding without like blinking an eye. Just in their 4-year difference. Like I would have never thought that they would really.
Yeah.
You know, you see where I'm going with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well-
that's interesting.
I think my daughter did her own makeup for Halloween.
She
was
looked
good.
great. Oh, I
It was
figured you
good.
did it.
No, she did it.
No,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
good
yeah,
makeup.
that was
I
good.
think that's going to be her calling as some kind of like cosmetology. I think she's gonna be
Cosmetology
really
or
good with
like
that.
makeup for plays and
Production
production
sure,
stuff.
absolutely. Or maybe she's going to be Kendall Jenner or Kylie and have her own makeup line.
Maybe. But I was pretty impressed. I was
Usually
like,
you
You
start
did
with
that on
doing
your own?
it and then you kind of learn with
Kylie
what you
didn't.
want.
No, she's
Well,
a
'cause
self-made
she's a
millionaire.
hoe.
Self-made millionaire. She.
self-made millionaire. She had people telling
Normal
her
people.
they did all the work and they were like, we just need your face.
Bobby Brown, these people all started.
Yeah, no, not that Kylie girl. Mm-mm. Sidebar, speaking of Kylie, did you know that Bruce now is like with men? Men? Like, that's his thing now?
Who's he dating?
Some black Nigerian dude.
The same guy that Chris is dating?
Might as well be.
But I thought he
He still has his parts though, right? He still has his ding-a-ling.
He hasn't told us yet that he said he was going to
He said he was
probably
going
reduce
to,
it, but he hasn't
reduce
said he's
it or
Wouldn't we
get rid
have
of
get rid of
it.
it. No, because he's going to go to Thailand or someplace, remote.
Wouldn't we have someone TMZ? No?
No, I don't think so. when he gets his
So
done.
you think Bruce does not have his ding-a-ling-a-ling?
No, I don't know if Bruce has his ding-a-ling-a-ling. He said on the last time he was on
Let's
Barbara
refer to him
Walters
as
or whatever.
Caitlin.
Barbara Walters has not been on TV in
Is she
how
still
long?
alive?
Barbara Wawa.
She has to be alive, but she must be on her last leg. Sorry, Barbara.
Barbara,
Wawa.
let's take a moment of silence.
Not yet. She's not dead.
Let's
She's
say-
listening to
let's
us in New York
say
City.
a prayer for
Saying,
for
I thought we're
Babs.
younger. I put those
You're
girls
right.
on a
We
show.
have not seen her in a long time.
Well, she retired from The View,
Maybe
what, 2
she
years
and
ago?
Richard Simmons are hanging out.
Where the hell has Richard Simmons been? Someone is telling us from his line.
His line?
His Instagram that he's okay.
He is. Duh. I mean,
From
yeah.
his line.
I don't know where that came from. As soon as it came out, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Now I'm concerned about Barbara Walters.
No,
look
Barbara Wawa's
her
just
up.
old.
She is old.
Well,
but-
she is
but
old, but
People get old and die.
She's amazing, though.
She is not dead yet. She's just on her last
I
leg.
like that lady. I wish I was as awesome as she was.
Where's that coming
Really? Hello? Are they coming to get you?
This is real life, okay? The studio has sounds.
I was just listening to
from? July 31st, 2018. Whatever happened to Barbara Walters?
That's the last time we saw her?
No, that
She's
was a
preparing
question.
for her own funeral and is ready for death. September 20th, 2018. That's recent.
her. From who?
Well, John McCain did his own funeral.
he did.
88-year-old. She's not that old.
Oh, I think she's just old and tired, man.
But Betty White is older and she's still going, but she did
Betty-
not
Oh,
look good.
no.
Betty looked. What was she just on? Then she came
She
out.
was on the People's Choice Awards.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
But she's still,
She's
for
an icon.
96 or whatever she is.
that sense of humor is still right there.
Oh.
That's what keeps her young. Barbara Walters doesn't really have that, so
A sense
No.
of humor.
yeah,
But now that Fidel Castro's dead, she might as well just go.
probably will. That was her boo, her
That
main
was
squeeze.
Her main squeeze. We're joking.
Y'all are making shit up.
Don't you remember that?
No. Oh, she had the chicken pox.
Okay.
Really?
When she
This
was
is where
8?
we're at now?
When she was 8? You went all the way back.
No, this is recent. 2013.
That's shingles, isn't it? Once it gets to be...
Yeah, I had shingles.
You had shingles?
That means you have
Oh
shingles,
my
man.
God,
I
I'm
need
so
you to get
sorry.
it together.
I had it when I graduated college. I was all stressed out. And I had chicken pox, a very, very minor case of the chicken
When
pox
you were a
when I
kid?
was 6 months old.
Oh.
And
Oh, my
it's the
sister's got
same
it young, too.
virus, so I
Yeah.
stressed
And it
myself
stays in your
out,
system. Yeah.
and no doctor would diagnose me with anything. And I had this little tiny rash in the back of my leg, but the entire back of my leg hurt. And it took me 3 doctors to be like, that's the shingles.
So you know you have it for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anytime you get the chicken pox.
Don't touch me, fool.
Anytime you get the pox.
I'm gonna Lysol that side down now that I know you. You.
That's why I try and stay stress free, because that's what activated it in me. The stress.
This week, I am going to say it right now.
What are you got to say?
I got to say. This was the first weekend in months and months and months
That
and
you did
months and
nothing?
months that I did nothing.
Good girl.
I
You
did
needed
nothing.
it.
I mean, I cleaned my house. I did
Yeah, but that's
things that have been on my to-do list, but I didn't go anywhere. I didn't have to run around with the kids, really. I mean, I took Riley up and back, but
Her ass would have got in an Uber this weekend.
it was, and I woke up and I didn't really drink anything, well, until now, but, and I woke up every morning. I got 8 hours of sleep every night.
It helped that we turned that
Wow.
clock back.
And we turned the clock back. I feel so good.
Wow.
And this is, I mean,
Plus, she's back on her meds.
plus I'm back on my
Wow.
meds. That helps too.
As long as you're back on those. You picked him up finally.
I finally picked them up. Well, it took a while for the doctor to refill them.
All right, girl.
So anyway, I just want to say yay to sometimes taking a break and to sometimes saying no to game night. And
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, because I wanted to
What?
be there.
Because I didn't want to be there.
She was like, I don't even know which word I want to use.
No, I wanted to come to, when we first talked about game night, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. And I wanted to go. But then the pull of, you know what?
Couch.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that couch
relax.
is so good.
Yes.
I decided last night that it's good for us to have people over every once in a while because we really deep clean our house.
Well, yes.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, you have to then.
Yeah.
And you say we. You had help?
My husband, he steamed the carpets.
Can he come steam mine?
He likes to steam carpets.
I need a carpet Steven. I think I had that in
We
my
I
got
have
house.
one
one.
you can borrow too.
Whoa. I said, can he come?
Oh.
He'll do it.
Yeah, right there. Because that side of the carpet is getting a little warm.
What, you mean because we spilled a carafe of wine on
No,
it?
that's
last
under
No,
your
that's
butt.
that's just where that's where I spend most of my time in your little corner. So that side of the carpet's so warm.
That's gross, but my shingles
Really?
aren't.
But not on the ground, ho. But yes.
You the hoe.
You the hoe.
Hey!
What a dummy. Oh,
Your
God.
food's warmed up yet?
Is that your mama in that picture right there?
That is my Nana.
Oh, I love that picture. Is that her wedding?
No. I don't know what that is, actually.
You really need to know what kind of picture she got up.
I don't think that's her wedding, though. But I have no idea.
I saw something on Facebook yesterday. A girl wore
Her
her
cotillion.
grandmother's prom dress to homecoming.
Ugh.
And she came out because her grandmother was there to take pictures. And her grandmother
Did her
was
grandma
like,
not know?
Oh, she didn't know.
Her grandmother remembered that was her prom dress.
Yes.
That's a little bit.
Well, the grandmother was young.
Oh.
She looked pretty young.
Whoop, whoop.
Beep boop.
Coop, coop.
Oh
You didn't even
my
remember
God.
what you wore to prom. And
Why
Grandma
aren't you
remembered?
feeling sentimental a little?
Because you said she was young. Now, if she was 80, and if it was a wedding dress, then I would like that a little bit
Find
more.
it.
She would remember her
It
wedding
was
dress.
so sweet, and you are turning this into a bitch moment. And
She is a
bitch moment.
moment.
I might need some of your meds so I can warm up to y'all.
No, yeah, that's sweet. I think it's sweet.
No, it really isn't. Come on.
I
Wore a prom
This
dress?
girl could have worn a hoochie coochie dress like all the other girls.
She probably made it hoochie coochie.
No, she didn't.
She couldn't wear it just off the rack like Grandma wore it. Grandma must be 24 years old. That's why. Grandma's 24. It was already a hoochie dress. Didn't matter.
Would you stop? You are. What is wrong? Did you? What
I
happened
needed
this
an extra
weekend?
hour of
You
sleep.
dropped as a baby?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that I fell out of a moving car?
Tell us more now.
I never told you that?
No.
I have some car issues. So, was that first? Yeah. I think I was 2. And back in, my day.
Back in the day
after
when
you
there was no
guys-
seatbelts.
Yeah, we
and
didn't have to wear
car seats.
seatbelts or anything. And I used to sit. Remember when the window had like a ledge, like an armrest?
Yeah.
I used to sit there. My mom used to let me sit there.
Dumbass. You
I
deserve
was
to fall
2.
out of the car.
2.
How do you remember?
It's traumatic. You'll remember. But I remember sitting. I can see myself, and I was a little tiny kid, and I would dance right there. And so my mom dropped my cousin off, and I was in the back. And so when my cousin got out, she let me move back up to the front seat, and here I get perched up on my little armrest. We were in a neighborhood, and my mom goes over a speed bump.
You were the original Kiki.
Kiki.
I fell out the fucking car.
Did your mom notice?
Of course, and she thought she was gonna run over me
Wow, yeah.
because my cousin didn't close the door all the way, and I blimp, and I fell out the damn car. Yep, she had to stop the car. She's like, where do I stop? What do I do? She
Right,
she
'cause
freaked
you don't
out.
wanna- yeah.
And she's on the speed bump. Yeah, it's not cool.
Since you'll appreciate
Hilarious.
And then I got hit by a car.
it. No, you
What do I have to
didn't.
watch the video or is there a picture?
Just watch the grandma's emotion.
Excuse
How
me.
did you get
we
hit
are-
by a car? Tell me.
Oh, she's beautiful.
When I was 4, maybe 5, I was at the ice cream truck.
You were at the ice cream truck?
At the pool? Or on your corner?
Just at the apartment complex, the
Yeah.
ice cream truck would come. And I was at the ice cream truck and fresh and fast, and I came running around from the ice cream truck.
Were you getting a Bubble Bill?
Probably.
That was my favorite.
Or the Mickey Mouse thing with the joint in the middle. And a Toyota hit me.
Was it going fast? Did you go flying? Or did it just go...
He wasn't probably going too fast because obviously he saw the ice cream truck, but he was going fast enough that he knocked me the fuck out. That's what this little knot right here.
I don't know why that cracks me up.
Yeah, right there.
That's a sad thing. I
And,
can see
and
that
what is
knot
the
in your-
worst part is, it was a Toyota back when they
Oh
had
my
those.
god, she looks
When
adorable.
they had those, oh, she's so extra. It was when they had the commercials jump for joy for the Toyota, or oh what a feeling, Toyota.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You had that feeling.
one right.
Do you want to
See,
watch it or
You
not?
have to at
No.
least look at the. I mean, because the dress is so 50s and so cute.
Grandma is 50. It can't be.
No, the dress is 57 years old. Grandma just looks good.
Oh, Grandma looks great.
Grandma don't look that good.
Bitch,
You would want to look that good.
Grandma's hair's.
you're
cute.
almost that old. You better like ask her for some.
I knew it. You didn't know that was your dress. Let me see some more.
And what I like about the dress, it's not some of these hoochie dresses these girls are wearing.
She could have put on a hoochie dress. Instead, she decided to honor the woman.
And it's really cute.
You are a heartless bitch.
All right.
You know what?
It's cute enough. Of course, Grandma's gonna remember that ugly fucking dress.
Oh my god. You are
You're
such
like
a
the
bitch.
Grinch, and Santa is not coming.
Hey, why are they making a new Grinch cartoon? What's the point of that?
Oh, I saw that.
I
don't
did
know.
not. Who's
The cartoon version of the Grinch.
why?
They made a new one.
Why change it? It's not
Why mess with perfection?
broke. Right.
Why did it need a remake? I don't get it. He slightly looks a little bit younger, but he's still the Grinch, so it can't be much difference.
It's more, I don't know. I still love the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, I love the Jim Carrey one too.
Oh,
yeah.
the kids and I
That
will
is
sit
so
and
good.
watch that, and then it'll be like, oh, let's watch Cat in the Hat with what's his face from
Never saw that one.
You didn't see the Cat in the Hat?
No, that's going too far for me.
No, it's not. It's with it came out after.
I know. I was too old to watch that.
What's his face who did Austin Powers?
Oh,
Mike
I
Myers.
hate
Mike
him.
Myers.
That's why I didn't watch it. I cannot stand that man.
My kids love both of those.
Ugh, gag. Austin Powers.
Wow.
What did he ever do to you?
He made Austin Powers. I think that
You
is
don't
the
like
dumbest-
Austin Powers?
Didn't you like
No.
Shrek?
Okay, that's because I don't have to look at him. Yeah. He's cuter as Shrek.
You don't like the church lady? Oh, that's Dana Carvey.
That's Dana
I
Carvey.
love Dana Carvey.
Mike Myers was
It's Wayne and Garth.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Yeah,
Party
stand him.
time.
Excellent.
No, I don't like Mike Myers. I mean, he does nothing for me, but mostly what he put me over the edge was Austin Powers. I think that is the
Isn't he
stupidest thing.
in
Agreed. It's a dumb movie, but what about like
Isn't
the
he
other
in,
Jim Carrey movies, like Liar Liar and all? And
Was he in
I'm
that?
not a huge
no, I'm
Jim
just
Carrey
talking about
fan.
Jim Carrey. Like
Oh,
to
I
me,
like
they're in
Jim
the
Carrey.
same- but they're in the same
Genre.
genre.
Okay, but here, I don't like really stupid movies. So, stupid funny.
Ace Ventura.
Love it.
Well,
But
how do you
wait,
not like Austin Powers?
It's just a different kind of
You
dumb.
like fart comedy.
No, it's just, I don't know where I draw the line.
It's a very
But
you like
thin line.
I don't like-
Airplane and
No, I didn't ever see
Naked
that.
Gun.
Naked
and
Gun was just bleh.
the
No,
same
but,
type of movie.
But what I mean is, I love Adam Sandler, but I do not love every Adam Sandler
Oh
movie.
God, no. Go.
Agreed.
Sometimes
They-
he gets that stupid
Happy
little
Madison. I don't.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh.
And
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Don't like either of those. Never seen them all.
She can't even tell them apart.
Nope. Big Daddy and Wedding
Those
Singer.
boys. Let's talk about the boys from Big Daddy are
The
now
Sprouse
in
boys. Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Who?
Dylan Sprouse.
Dylan Sprouse. The boy from they were twins in Big Daddy. They both played the one role, kind of like Mary Kate.
Yeah,
Ashley.
right.
And now he's
And they
Jughead.
And they were actually
He's
also.
Jughead?
They were
Jughead's
also
fucking
the.
hot.
Well,
Eh,
he's
eh,
the 5-year-old that peed and needed Scuba Steve.
That's
Sure
my
did.
kind of guy.
But he was also the kids. He was Joey. He was Jesse and Rebecca's kids on Full House.
Full House. That's
Yeah,
right.
those are the
There were
Sprouse
not
kids.
a lot of boy actors, I guess, at that point. Those kids just got all the jobs.
Once you get going
How
and
do
you
you
have that
pick
charisma.
one over the other for that Riverdale job?
The other's
Well,
not
maybe the other
auditioning.
one didn't want to.
Now they don't have to audition, together anymore. They're adults, and the other one's not in. They're in school in New York.
He's
I
not in
did
show
read that.
business.
No.
Well, he dyed his hair dark and he
Dark.
looks good.
I just saw a
He
picture of
grew
him with
up.
his girlfriend.
Yeah, with the girl from Riverdale.
Oh, she's on
He's
Riverdale
dating-
too.
He's dating the Riverdale
He's dating
girl?
Betty in real life.
She's doing. She's walking. She's a model.
She's beautiful.
She's
You know
walking
what?
in Victoria's
People-
Secret show.
And this kind of goes into.
We're
we
not there
haven't
yet.
even
Nope, we
started.
aren't even there yet.
Yo, we haven't introduced ourselves.
We
No,
haven't
it's
gone
not.
there
It's
yet.
not. It's not
We're
one
just
of our topics
yapping.
for today. It's one of our topics for later episodes.
In life.
But and later in life. But people were trolling her, saying that she's so
Good
fat.
word. Oh God, she's
Perfect.
perfection.
The brown-haired girl.
No,
blonde.
the blonde.
Maybe I'm looking at the other
Because
brother.
You're probably looking at the other brother because
But then they both dyed their hair black then, or brown.
maybe, but the one from Riverdale is definitely dating Betty. Betty and Jughead are dating in real life.
If it's Dylan, I just read today.
I don't know their
so
names.
fresh. Dylan's girlfriend is also a model, and she's walking in a Victoria's Secret show or somebody's show this coming week, and he's going to pull some prank on her. I'm guessing. I hope he does not propose. They're too young, but they said he was about to pull a prank on her at a fashion
really?
show. which I think is the most obnoxious. She should break up with him. What
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of not right.
yeah. And why is it being already talked about? So that's kind of weird too. Like if you're gonna pull a prank on her, you don't want the world to know. So
Right.
I don't really get that. Did you guys see? I just watched it this morning too. Your boy Pete, what's his name? Not Pete
Davidson?
Wentz. Yeah, Pete Davidson. What he said about
Cole's
Ariana.
Oh, I did see
Cole
that.
and Dylan. Yeah.
Cole is
On the show.
Cole is on Riverdale. Yeah. Okay.
with Betty.
Oh, what the hell? Then they both dyed their hair because I'm pretty sure I saw Dylan today with the girlfriend who's a model.
Oh my god.
So then maybe they didn't dye their hair. Maybe their hair is dark now. It could have gone from blonde to dark. Because it was kind of dirty blonde. When
Really?
Scuba Steve walked
okay.
up into the...
Yeah.
I love Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
But anyway, about
take a bath! I wiped my own ass!
They went from those little boys with lisps
Yep.
to being grown men
so cute.
in the
That's
serpent gang.
But are you talking about him on Saturday Night Live saying
Sorry.
shit about her?
Oh, he didn't say any shit about her. He came on and he could not keep his bit together. He was just cracking up all over himself. But then when he finished his bit, he was like, so he was on the news part of it. And he's like, so I know everybody wants to know
I
about the
saw this
breakup.
part, yeah.
Yeah. I know you all want to know. It's none of your business. We broke up. Sometimes shit just doesn't work out. And she's a great person. She's strong. She's wonderful. And I wish her nothing but best.
He
I thought
said
was
that
very
there,
respectful.
but and something else. He just recently made some wise ass comment about
He
it.
just made a joke on the
And I'm not
commercials.
saying
The
it-
commercials leading up to the show.
About how he was going to break up.
No, the
Oh.
commercials leading up to the show, there was a chick that
Can
was
we
on
get
there.
married?
He's like, you want to get married?
Oh,
And she's
right.
like, no. And he's like, oh, I'm 0 for 3 then.
Right.
Of course, he can make a joke, but he still wasn't talking
I don't
about
think it was bad.
I didn't either.
And I don't think it was as bad as everything.
Yeah, they were making it sound like he
He
said
did
something
not
so...
badmouth her.
No.
Yeah.
And she wrote a song, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it. I don't know. About
And she
her.
took it harder, it appears, at least in some of her Instagram.
Yeah, she
kinda
did. She was
comments.
like,
she took it harder.
You didn't
than-
want to be relevant, but now
yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying to
that's
make
what it
yourself...
was.
Like,
Yeah.
girl, come on, calm down. He's a comedian on a show that you guys already made fun of on the show.
Yeah.
He can't just drop it. This is a part of his life.
In my humble opinion,
What's your humble?
the girl's been through so much. She did not need to be in a relationship.
Duh.
She
No.
was
That's why it didn't work.
She had the bombing at her concert.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Miller stood by her through it all and was good to her, and they broke up for whatever reason, and at that point she just needed to
He's
be
a drug
single.
addict and a drunk.
I mean,
Right.
it was.
But she
even,
just needed to be on her own and do her own thing, and she jumped right in. I feel like she jumped right into that.
She did, and
did.
engaged, and to being engaged. Like,
Yeah.
why? You? They're like 22 years
You
old.
just need to
young.
be.
Why?
You.
And you're like celebrities. Like, why would you want to be locked
He's
down?
older than I was
He's
watching.
He's younger.
He's younger.
He's younger.
If memory serves me, and I saw the age, I think he was younger than she was by a year.
Maybe. The only
She's
reason why
older
I
than
say
I
that
think
is
we think she
because last night I was watching TV, and you know how before Saturday Night Live they show previous ones, and
Studio.
Oh, I thought your phone ringer was off.
This one is.
why don't you just like
go.
go click click? You know,
It's over
as a
here.
salesperson.
Of course it is.
You can see your underwear through those pants.
Well, a little harder.
Watch her when she comes back. Those are full on undies. Hello. You know what?
In the
We need to sing ourselves in.
We're gonna sing us in.
What song shall we sing?
I don't know.
Did
Something
you
about
guys
a
see my
DJ.
text?
Can't even.
I think that Rihanna did a song about it.
Rihanna?
It is Rihanna.
Yes, it is.
Because I saw
You
it-
sent us a text about that?
No, I sent you
Oh.
a text yesterday about the songs that Riley's been downloading.
Yeah, you did in the car.
Yeah.
Um,
Lean on Me, which is like
Lean on
amazing.
Me. And then it was Shaggy. Was it
I
me?
had forgotten how awfully graphic that is. We're doing it
she
on the carpet.
Did me
Oh,
on
like,
the,
really? He
in
says
in the
cuss words?
corner and do it in the
And
shower.
I banged her in the shower, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
Well, how did she even hear those songs?
Wasn't me.
If you didn't listen to them.
it wasn't
Some
me.
of our friends, some of our older friends.
I guess their parents do. Yeah. That makes
Our
sense.
older friends, they had to be like 23.
No. Their parents listen to it, and so the kids
Well, they're in
listen
middle
to
school.
It.
Some of our older
I
friends.
get, but middle school still wouldn't have heard Shaggy.
Yeah, if their parents are listening to it like you.
Shaggy
That's true.
and Sting
Yeah.
are
That's
doing
why I'm
it.
introducing my kids to country.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I need you to get it together. Your kids need to know about hip hop.
No.
They need to know about R&B.
That's why they come to Auntie Titi
Ay, Dios mío, you're going to turn
to
your
learn
kids into
hip
the
hop
biggest
and blue
nerds
bloods.
in the
And
joint.
bluegrass?
Blue bloods.
Oh, blue bloods.
Well, if they don't know about Blue Bloods, then they're lost.
And NCIS.
You have to introduce them to all of it, not just one genre.
I introduce them to everything.
Well, you just told me you were only introducing them to country. If it's Blake, I'm down.
What the fuck?
Did your air just
Turn the air
kick in?
So much noise
Why
in
did
the
it kick in
studio
now?
today.
Because you're hot asses.
Thank you.
Hashtag truth.
Studio.
Take a
Well,
drunk
this is going to
girl
be like...
home.
Anyway, so we have been catching up
On?
each other.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's been a
It's
day.
been a day since we've seen each other.
And there's your intro.
And so we had to get catched up.
Catch up. I'm caught up.
Yep.
And
So anyway,
up.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Trisha.
and Kim,
What up?
What are we?
we are deadlifts and
Drinks. What's up, people?
We got a real bell.
Totes, right?
I'd like to thank our friend Amanda for the bell.
What up, Amanda? All right, guys, let's get right into it because
Let's
we've
talk
got
about
a
our drink.
lot. Yes, so
because our drink is tart.
it is deliciously tart. It's kind of what they call a palate cleanser.
It's
I would say
cleansed
yeah.
the fuck out of my palate.
Is your palate cleansed?
I can't feel it.
Today we went to a. Let me see if I can pronounce this properly. You know I love Italy, and that's kind of where this kind of comes
Here, bring
from.
it.
It's a scagropino. Scagropino.
That sounded perfectamundo.
Is that your
Scagropino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the S silent?
Kind of, because it's more like
But-
a scagropino.
Is that why you have it rewritten on the top
Yes,
again for
yes.
like
so I can
some
make sure I didn't
yeah.
forget. Scagropino.
Phonetically?
It is a traditional drink in Italy, mostly in Venice. I absolutely love Venice.
Venice is flooded now. Like,
Yeah, did you
Venice to
see
Venice.
that?
terribly.
Yeah.
Where the people are still eating in the restaurants?
They all-
Yeah,
When
they
Venice
just
floods
put on
off-
their like high like
Waiters?
Yeah.
The worst part about it, for poor Venice, is that the houses that are low, well, nothing's really houses, but the buildings that are low, they get so incredibly flooded, it goes all the way up, and then those poor residents have to buy everything all over again. So when these floods happen in Venice, it's
Well, and
like...
things are starting to sink too.
They should probably move, and that's a shame because Venice is beautiful. I've been to Venice.
Or they should
Yeah.
redo some of the bottom stuff and only
They
have
have,
the upper floors.
but most of the infrastructure there is 85 bajillion years old, so there's
Right.
only so much you can do. It's already
yeah.
that way. They just roll with it. The Venetians are used to it, and you know
It's the price you pay to be living on the...
Well, that's just where they're from.
Yep.
Most of the people there have been there forever. It's very few people, from what I learned when I went, that moved to Venice. You know?
Yeah, you
don't-
can't.
Yeah, you don't.
It's more definitely
Probably
a...
expensive.
Yeah,
And
oh,
the
yeah.
flood insurance and
I don't even know. If
I don't
they
even
have
know if they
flood
would
insurance.
insure them.
So I when I was in Venice, I spent some time with one of the bartenders.
Of course you do.
shocker.
We just kind of hung out and talked all night, and I don't. Think
That's
she
what
had
they
it.
say in Italian talk.
It was a woman, ho.
Oh, okay.
No, to each their own.
Her own was not my own. So that didn't work out.
So anyway, so what did we mix with the scrapatino?
Ay, Dios mío. Don't ruin the Italian language. Scagropino.
Crocopino.
I dated an Italian for 9 years and I still can't speak
Scagropino.
it.
It is a lemon sorbet with supposed to be prosecco, but I use some champs, and it's tart.
That's the difference. Prosecco's really sweet, right?
Depends, because you can have a really sweet champagne. But sure, yeah,
Sure,
go with that.
okay.
Yeah, go with whatever.
You know what would have been good? Like a beef meal and before this thing.
A
Oh,
beef
you really,
meal.
you really wanted to have your palate cleansed, huh?
It was good. It was good. I think it was tart. I think it could have used a little something.
Yeah. Well, I found another recipe for it that I lost.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. So
Yeah,
if you
so-
find
She did
it,
try to put the raspberry sorbet in, mix
For
a little
like a little
raspberry
extra-
in, and we told her no.
You sure did. I don't know if that would have helped. I mean, it's supposed to be tart. That's the
Oh,
point.
no,
of it.
I like
I
it.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it
That's
tart.
it,
I
so-
just feel like it was missing.
Just drink the shit
something.
and shut up.
Already,
Something wrong with her.
What's
I'm
it
Scagropino.
missing for you? What? What's
I don't
it
know.
missing?
I don't know. If I knew, I could
Like
say.
love.
Oh, it
That's
was done
what it was.
with
It was
love.
not made with love.
I put my finger in it after I put it in my ass.
I hate you with a
Scagropino.
pen.
Scagropino in your drink.
Scaglopino, I gave you
Stirred
everything.
it with my butt finger. I just went to my British accent.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's all the same. It's all European.
Okay.
So stupid. Well, enjoy it, drink it, and shut up.
We drank it.
We'll
Drank.
move on to something else after we finish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how about that Maui this week?
Oh,
I don't remember what
you don't remember our Maui?
Oh, yeah.
we
it was
just
a good
did
one.
this
We
like
just
2
did
days
it.
ago.
This was Friday.
We did a 10-minute AMRAP.
Yeah.
Thursday, yeah.
10-minute,
Thursday.
10 calorie row, 10 med ball cleans, 10 push-ups, 10 wall balls. And we felt vomity. I remember. Well, Kim and I.
before that, we had done a
Cleans, 20-minute cleans.
we had done 20 minutes worth of cleans, kind of getting
warmed up.
and and then we worked our way into this, and it was not a good day.
Well, we needed some cardio.
We needed some hits.
we
what
needed
was
to
bad about
sweat.
this for me is that we had done a WOD earlier in the week of front squats, and my butt and my quads were killing me. So trying to do the row and the wall balls,
And the cleans.
and the
To getting down
cleans,
into that
that
squat
was-
position.
Yeah.
But we did them.
We knocked it out. We had some fans around.
Yeah.
I didn't do the push-ups because my knees were killing from those front squats. So I did.
What? Your
Like
knees
how-
were killing?
I
So
know,
you didn't
can
do
you imagine?
push-ups?
No, because I lean on my push-ups. I don't do push-ups. You know, I use
She
my
does them
knees.
from her knees.
I thought you didn't do them because of your shoulder.
No, well, that would have hurt too, actually. Yeah. No, it was mostly the knees. And tomorrow, speaking of which, we're going to have to do some arms because the knees was killing last night.
Okay.
So I did calorie rows twice. I did,
Yeah.
yeah. And I like med ball cleans just fine. Wall balls are fine. So there we did.
And we
But we sweat up a storm from that, right?
Yeah,
we
It was
really
like,
did.
woo.
10 minutes is all it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to do 50 minutes
No.
at the gym. You just 10 minutes hard, high intensity.
High intensity,
And
aka
sweat
hit.
it out. Because we watched, what did we watch? That stupid class going on? We did our 20-minute workout. And
Oh,
we
yeah.
watched that class happening behind
Some
us. And we were like,
step aerobics
you
class or
fools are
something."
in there for 60 minutes.
And not one of them walked out with a sweat.
No, and we were dying in our
Yeah.
20-minute workout. So don't feel like you got to be at the gym for hours and hours.
I mean, you know, if you like it, do your thing. But
What's
we
this?
are in and out.
We are, I mean, it's efficiency for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
Efficiency.
shows, but we do it.
We were called a power trio this
We
week.
were. That was the best. Oh, Jesus!
Yes, I did.
What the
Yes,
fucking
I
hell?
did.
Can you move the bell?
Did you hear what she said?
Power trio! 1, 2, 3.
I love this new motherfucking bell.
So this girl called us a power trio. But first, the guy next to her made a comment saying she was super strong.
Yeah.
And didn't say shit about us.
Nope, but I
and we
called
were
it
like,
out.
what the fuck?
Called him out. You ain't
And
say that about us.
Then the girl turned to us and said, no. You three, you're the power trio.
She's like, I see you guys here every day, and you guys kick ass. You're a power trio.
She said all of that?
yeah.
Where were you?
She
I
was
was
stuck
the
on
one-
power trio. She had the
Yeah, you didn't even hear her say power
you could
trio.
See
Because
the bowl, the like what is that?
The light bulb?
No, like the conversation bubble
Oh.
that popped over her head. Like, yes, we are the power trio. You could see it. And nothing
No,
else happened in
that's
Trisha's
not what
world.
happened. I was doing pull-ups when that happened, and I was too
Oh,
busy
okay.
laughing at myself for calling out the guy for not saying it to us that I missed what she was saying.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah,
I was,
yeah.
I was trying to
No,
pull
she
up,
said a lot.
and I
She
was
was very
laughing.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, super nice. We like making friends at our gym.
Hey,
We're pretty good at making enemies too, but it's a balance.
I don't think we have any enemies yet.
We'll get there.
I mean, we're cuter than a lot of people, but I don't think they hate us because of it.
Truth.
They
Yes,
might.
we have seen a lot of boobies. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my golly gee willikers. Lots of boobs.
I'm not sure that was nowhere.
That got a quiet bell.
That was like 1950s.
Did we
Belle,
not
maybe.
have a conversation about appropriate...
We didn't have a conversation about golly gee willikers.
No.
In fact, if we did have a conversation, we would say, "Don't say it."
I think I'm an Andy Griffith show.
What?
Or
All right.
Happy
So I
Days.
think this is a conversation conversation for a different topic, different day. But boobies and nakedness in locker rooms.
Ugh.
What is too much?
Haven't we talked about
It's
that
all
Not on
fucking
this
too
food
much.
cast. We have not.
This pood?
I'm going British again.
Oh, my
Gee
Gee.
willikers. Anywho, that was our word of the week.
Wowie.
Or Mawawi.
Favorite things?
I wonder if everybody else is using that word. You think it's caught on yet?
No.
Wowie.
Or Mawawi.
We can barely remember it. I don't think people
I
are.
think it's caught
I've
on.
gotten to the point where I actually remember it now.
I do too. I think we need to start
Wowie.
hashtagging that shit.
I don't remember what it stands for.
Memorable
Memorable.
word of the week.
Wowie.
You don't have anything to say about that? You just walk away and be quiet. Okay.
In
Oh,
the
is this her favorite thing?
studio. No, it's mine first, and then she's got one too.
I had to
And
go find it.
Hers looks like a vape or
It's not a.
or something she
spray.
sticks up her chocolate.
My chocolate. My chocolate is not chocolate.
It's vanilla.
It's more strawberry. I don't know.
As long as it's chocolate, it
Yours
can be
is
whatever color.
chocolate, hers is strawberry,
Strawberry.
mine is vanilla.
All right.
We've got a mulatto. Wait.
Neapolitan.
Wowie.
Mulatto.
She was trying to say a mulatto.
I was trying to say Neapolitan,
But mulatto
and it came out as mulatto.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the same.
But it's not.
But
ice
it's not.
cream.
Well, it's the same. Mulatto, Neapolitan. It's all came from the same place, Italy.
Whew. All right.
Speaking of Italy, I'm taking us back there again because I love Italy. And my favorite thing this week is ta-da! The biggest motherfucking bar of soap you ever seen.
You can't shove that anywhere.
Don't put that up your Maui.
Well, why aren't you using it?
I buy multiple. So just give it a whiff. This is
This has
called...
not been anywhere.
It's been somewhere. Check it out. What does it smell like to you?
This is
It
why
is-
you have UTIs.
I don't put it up my chocolate. It's
You
soap.
can't wash your chocolate with this.
You can. You
no,
don't
no,
put it
no.
up
This
there.
is why you have UTIs.
So good. I'm a UTI myself. to heaven.
No parfums.
I like parfums, and this is La
That does smell good, though.
Sopaneria.
Junk.
It is La Sopaneria from Firenze.
I've been to Firenze.
Me too, Firenze. This is the soap
Did
makers
you buy-
of Florence.
Jewelry on the bridge in Firenze.
I bought other things, not jewelry.
What?
I bought purses.
You bought a man.
I bought my Gucci purse and Firenze.
That wasn't real good.
That wasn't real.
Yeah, right.
I bought it from a guy named Gucci.
I bought it from Gucci.
Store said Gucci.
Bought it from Gucci.
It said Gucci.
Got the papers and everything.
Tell
No,
me.
it's my
I
first
believe
Gucci.
you.
I
believe you.
it's my very first, so how do you not buy it?
Primero.
Primero.
Right, that's what I said. Can you tell us where you use this soap?
On your body. It is so luscious. It smells so good. It's kind of awkward because it's so big, so it's a little bit difficult to use in the bathroom.
No, you like it.
But it's so good and it smells delicious. I don't put it in
Do
my
you smell
chocolate.
afterwards? I mean, does it smell lemony
Do you
afterwards?
want to lick me and find out?
I do.
I don't know. No, it just smells good. It just makes me feel good in the shower.
Do you use it in the bath?
I just use it in the shower.
Citrus, they say, it kind of wakes you up in the morning. It's
Just makes you feel
She
refreshed.
needs a little wake up
Refreshed.
in the morning.
I'm a night shower.
And, well, usually-
I was going to say, except by the time she showers,
It's
it's
noon.
4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I have to shower before I get in my bed. I don't get in the bed dirty.
Okay, so are there other scents?
Of course. So you can buy these on Amazon, ladies and gents. They're not cheap, but they are delicious. They have rose. They have all kinds of different fragrances.
Oh, rose.
But it lasts forever because it's 10
Because
ounces.
It's a fucking
It's like
brick
3.
of soap.
Yeah. It's
She's
good
a
stuff.
brick.
The lemon is
Are
definitely
you
the best.
allowed to bring that back in the country?
Of
Is that on
course
the
you
approved
are.
list?
What do you think? I
You
put
get
a
it from
shake in it?
Amazon.
Just wondering if there's Coke like built into it. It's a huge bar of soap.
You could get a
Maybe if I
good-
broke it. I usually get it wet so the Coke dissolves. Maybe you're onto something. No, people.
reach out.
It's
Lord.
a big ass bar of soap. It smells good, but I'm worried about your parts.
Why do you stick your soap up your vajay?
No.
Well, you got to clean the lips.
But you gotta clean it.
Yes, but you clean it with a little lemony fresh. It's like putting pine salt in your vagina. It's good for you.
What?
You guys have never put pine salt in your vagina?
What
Like-
do you clean your vagina with?
Pine salt.
What? It's not this. So, do you have a second bar of soap in your bathroom?
I have multiple bars of soap in there.
One for the body and one for the lips, as Kim says.
And you know the one that I use for the lips? You're going to be really shocked.
Dove.
Oh,
No.
Dove.
Mr. Clean.
I'm a Dove girl.
Might as well use Mr. Clean. Weed soap. Marijuana-infused soap.
Hemp.
Hemp
So
soap.
your vagina's high.
All the time.
It explains so much.
Where do you get weed soap?
I got the weed soap in Greece, and then I ordered the extras from...
She doesn't see the connection between
No.
her UTIs and this shit.
The UTI is... the UTI, I knew
Sex.
when the UTI was coming. I could not urinate. But a little high patchouli is fine. I don't smoke
A
it.
little high in your patchouli.
My patchouli was high. My chocolate, my vagin, my vagine. What do you call your shit? I use every language for it. My patchouli.
We're gonna have to look up all the
That's
languages.
not a word.
Patchouli, yes.
What is it? In what?
Patchouli. We called it the patchouli pond.
Just because you call
What?
it something.
In Oli?
In Delaware, we call this bar
Oh,
the
God.
patchouli pond. Anyway,
Time out. When did you got the weed soap while you were in Greece?
Yes, and
So
then
over a year ago. So you're still using the same bar of soap in your vagina?
I bought multiples. But then I ran out and I ordered some more from
On
Amazon.
Amazon. And you think it's the same thing?
I mean, unless they just covered it with the same packaging. Yeah, I just, Googled the whole thing. Yeah.
Did you Google
Stop
Grecian
chewing on your
weed
nails.
soap?
No. I Googled whatever was on the label of my soap on the last bar before I purchased it.
And you can just ship that shit? You don't get in trouble?
Weed soap? It's just
On
hemp.
Amazon. It's just
hemp.
hemp. You're fine.
I mean, my lips are high as hell. High.
Oh God, the hemp doesn't do nothing.
It was like I got a vagina rejuvenation.
So you got 2 bars of soap. You got Greek soap and Italian soap.
Yes, sir.
Whatever happened to Dove?
No, Dove has perfumes in it and parabens and all kinds of stuff, okay?
I will always love just the Dove white.
I love
used to.
Dove.
Dove
used to
white.
use Dove. No. Now,
Always.
I use,
Dove white
what
bar
is this
soap.
called? La Soperia Ferenza. Ferenza. And hemp soap. Boom. Try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Nobody's knocking it.
Do you want me to stave you all off a little piece of this?
No.
Good.
Stave.
Shave. I'm going to shave y'all off a little sliver of weed soap and lemon soap. Your vaginas will be happy.
Okay.
And we don't have anything else to say about
No,
that.
I don't.
Kim, you had a favorite thing? Do
Well,
I have
do.
to spray it on my vagina?
No. But I guess we're going on the hemp thing.
Oh,
Mine
copycat.
is called Marrakesh oil.
Oh.
It's for your hair.
Hey.
It's argan and hemp oil therapy.
Oh, so my hair's going to be high.
Your hair can be high.
I love every part of my body being high, but me.
Except you
love
don't want to have
this.
a podcast.
I don't like getting high. I've never done it. I'm scared.
You
So
can't
how do you
say
know
you
you
don't,
don't
like
like
it.
it?
You've never done it.
And then all of a sudden, I'm cutting people open and eating their hearts.
Oh my
What?
god, these are
That's
not
not-
smelling soap drugs.
Yeah,
These
that's
are...
different.
All right, so how do you use this Marrakesh oil on after you've dried it and
No,
shampooed
I
it?
use it when it's wet instead of like styling products.
Yeah.
And usually it's just.
You say
How's it smell?
Instead of styling products, but it is a styling.
Oh well, I mean instead of like
Other.
I don't do it in addition to.
It's an elixir.
Yeah, it's just an
Lick it.
oil.
Lick it.
Oh, it's nice and light. Smells just like hemp. I could
Smells
put this-
just like Trisha's vagina.
No, and it's really.
I can put this in my vagina.
I do it on the weekends. I put a couple pumps and I rub it in my hair and I just let my
Rub
hair
it in
air
my
dry.
hair.
Yeah,
I love it. It is light.
Super
and
light.
it is. I do. If my hair is
Smells good.
wet, I do a lot more.
Where do you buy this sucker at?
Well, first
You got it in your box. Huh?
No, you can get this on Amazon. You can get this on Amazon. I did get it in my box.
I
first.
knew you got it in your box.
And
I
then
told you.
once I got
she
it-
puts it in her box.
No, I got it from my Fab Fun.
Yeah, can
box.
you make sure you tell them what your box is?
My
Hey.
Fab Fit Fun box, and then
I bet
got
it is your fun box.
And I think I think I bought it 3 more times from Amazon because I love it so much.
It's good stuff. Do you moisturize your vagina hairs? Just wondering. Or are you naked? Are you bald?
No.
Wait.
Do you put that down there?
Wait.
I'm
Put
just-
this down there?
to moisturize, lube it up.
Whoa.
In case your man might see something. I'm just
What?
wondering.
If she's saying it from a place of experience. Which means she hydrates her pubic hairs.
No, I don't.
You do.
I was just going there for you to see what you girls thought.
Nobody goes there unless they've been there.
No, because we got the oil. We were talking about a box, so I just went there. Sometimes my mind takes me places. Don't be mad.
Your mind takes you places, all right.
We don't necessarily have to follow you, though.
I don't have hairs down there.
Oh, you are a baby.
You are.
Have you lasered it?
No.
Have you just take care of it?
Take it, you know.
You just clean it
I
up?
keep it low, like a high top fade, but a low top. Mine looks like a low top Will Smith haircut from the Fresh Prince.
That is a good segue, because I do not want to talk about this topic for another second.
Nope.
I do not want to know what Kim has going on down there. I do not want to talk about yours.
You don't have anything?
I didn't say that. I said I want to know what y'all have down there.
I don't want to know. I love
I
you
like
guys.
knowing
but
what you guys have going on. It makes me feel connected.
I got stuff.
Can you braid it?
I mean, I can braid hair.
In a French braid?
No.
Oh, good. Because
Maybe.
I was going to be like, bleh, bleh.
Well,
Oh, she can. She can French braid.
natural. I'm just saying.
See? She's
No.
super natural and she puts the hemp oil down there. I could tell. I could tell stuff. I could read stuff about people.
I've been having a hard time with my bushes in the front of my house.
I bet.
Like, I don't know how.
It's not the back of the house?
No, it's in the front of the house. I've been having a hard time. And my friend Erica, which you know, she's a master gardener.
She is.
Master
And
what?
Gardener.
Baiter?
Gardener.
Oh.
Gardener.
Okay.
She came over to my house.
Is that code for masturbator?
There's no code. She's
Oh.
a gardener.
She came over
She came over to my house
and
and
said,
I
rip
said,
them all up and put
what?
new down.
I said, is this, they're out of control. Like, I don't know what to do. She said, no, she likes bushes in their natural state. She
Well,
likes
then.
little overgrowth.
Yeah,
She
so you
says
know.
it looks like nice and homey.
Yeah, I don't like them too perfect.
I like them perfect. Lawrence is like all over the place. I don't like that.
No, there's a happy in between.
There's a happy in between.
No, there isn't.
So,
Wow, you are.
can this translate to pubic hair?
Yes. No.
There's a happy in between.
From perfectly.
Yeah, I agree with that. For the pubes, not for the garden. Your horticulturalist friend sucks, okay?
Stop it!
For the front of the
She
house.
does not.
And the back of the house.
Her house looks amazing.
I like some symmetry, some uniqueness. I need it to be clean and tight.
Did you
I don't want
ever
Willy Wonka stuff.
Put a design in your
I bedazzled mine.
front yard.
I put bling on my front
You
yard.
did not.
No,
Yeah.
she
For
totally
why?
did.
I mean, it looks
Because
great.
that
It's
was
like
the
I'm a
thing.
unicorn.
For the X?
You stuck it on?
Yeah, glue, hot glue.
No, you did not.
Dumbass.
Do yourself.
Did not.
Well, knowing you might have by accident because, and then
can't
you've
be
been
that
texting
hot.
us going,
I have a bald patch from that experience.
oh my God, I got glue in my eye.
No, in my eye.
The eye of the storm.
The eye of the tiger.
All right, we got to get
We
off
got
that.
a topic today to speak of.
We do.
And it does not involve bushes. Maybe it does?
No, it would involve Smiths.
Smiths.
Yeah.
That's
Go
not the
ahead, you
bushes.
introduce it since you're so passionate.
I am super passionate about this week's topic because you know what?
What?
Let me tell y'all, that lemon stuff has got me like, whoa. I'm a little drunk. I'm a little bit tipsy now that I just thought about it. I didn't eat enough. Okay, anyway, let me tell you. Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk ain't nothing but the truth.
Hashtag truth.
Well, it's
Hashtag
her truth.
No, I just think in general, it's a lot of truth.
Her truth.
It's her truth.
You ain't see no truth for you in there?
I'm not saying that I don't relate to some of the things
That's
that
all
she
I'm
says.
saying.
But what she is saying is her truth, her experiences, her stuff, and she's sharing it with people. And if you can relate to it,
You can.
then that's great.
You know you can. Because it's such real life shit. She really has hit on something. This show of hers is on like episode, I don't know, 12 or something like that. Something like us.
Well, yeah,
we
we've got
started
about
the
the same
time.
following
Yeah.
too.
And we
right?
absolutely have
Of
the same
course.
amount of fans. And this last 2 weeks for her coming back was with Will on it. And they really got deep and talked about their
Oh, Jesus.
delete.
Go on.
They talked about their family, their married life, how they met, how they've divorced within their own marriage and gotten back together. I thought it was genius.
So I am gonna be honest with you.
Be honest, because you sucks.
I watched
You listened
the
to 4
part.
minutes?
No, I watched it, and only.
Second half.
But what I saw interested me enough to go back and watch more.
Yeah, you should. It's
and
good.
I will. I promise. I will. But the part we're going to talk about today was very interesting. But I agree with Kim. It's her truth, and a lot of what she said is very. I felt, and I agree with her. But a lot of what he said, I agreed with him.
Oh, they weren't bickering at all.
No.
That's what was so incredibly.
They weren't now.
Correct.
I mean,
Because they're
I
on the same page.
I don't know how much bickering they really did by the way they talked about it. But I mean, obviously they went
Oh,
through
I
a
bet they
lull.
did.
They went through a lull in their relationship where Will was all about being Big Willie style. He wanted,
Yeah, so
Take it back.
take it back to sit. Okay, so her premise of her show is to come up with topics that are
Pertinent to her.
pertinent to
I don't
life.
think it's just pertinent to her. Yeah, pertinent to
Right.
life. Because she has an episode where she talks with a friend and a niece or something and her mom. Did you know her mom was a drug abuser?
Yeah.
So it wasn't about her
I mean, they're
per
just
se.
from Baltimore.
They are absolutely from Baltimore. This just is sitting around the red table.
Letting
As
it
it
out.
is.
It's the safe.
And
It's a safe place.
Safe
Facebook
space.
show, right?
It's a Facebook show. It's about,
It's
when,
good. It's
when you
good.
have
It's very
friends
good.
over, family over, where does everybody hang out? In the damn kitchen. You sit around the kitchen.
Or the mirrored coffee table in our case.
Studio. And so I guess I'm assuming that the concept came up because that was what was happening at her house.
It seemed, yes.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what
It
was
was
happening.
real.
And this was her, because based on specifically this
episode, yeah.
you could see where this was a reinvention of herself. Kind of not even a reinvention. It was a finding of herself. And
I
this
agree.
this was her passion to come out and just speak her truth.
I think she had a lot of mistakes in life with Will's wife, Will's
there was a ton of
Will's
mistakes.
first wife.
But we all have a ton of mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that she has come to this place in her life where she just wanted to become cleansed. She wanted to let some things go with some friends and have these conversations. And she decided to do it on camera, and I thought it was genius.
But don't you think that's what we're doing?
Absolutely, that's why it relates so much
Yeah.
to me, because it's absolutely what we are doing. We just don't have her platform, of course, and I just find it so incredibly fascinating. I really loved the way that they dissected their marriage, and for years, I lived in California. I still kind of do, that they were swingers. I believe that they probably have outside friends right now from that conversation. And they said, we're going to have a whole lot more of craziness from this conversation. Guess what? It doesn't even matter. What you guys do in your bedroom is your business.
Oh, I don't even care about that.
Yeah, I don't either.
To me, it wasn't
It
even
was
that.
just so much more.
It
was
was
so much.
more the individual journeys
Absolutely.
that they talked about. That
Just the
interested
fact
me.
that they built a foundation on that was really interesting to me. They built a foundation of not cussing around each other, and how that conversation came around. You guys.
that was in part one. We missed part
Okay,
one.
so what happened is when they first started dating, which you guys have to. I'm not going to tell you that part. When they first started dating, though, Will had gotten divorced from his first wife, and he had a son. So they were having like a game
Was that
with Cherie, his first wife.
Who's the boy?
His name is Trey. He's
Trey.
a DJ. Handsome boy.
Yes.
Trey, call me, boo. I'm single. Anyway,
He's way too young.
I like him young. 1 year younger than me is good. They were having a game night.
They only
night.
got one
and
game for
and
that.
Trey was there, and Trey, they said, was about 2 years old. They're playing this game, and Jada says, I guess she got a little hyped up about a game or something, or Will was probably being extra, because you can imagine Will's very big
Flamboyant.
personality,
Yeah.
right? And so she tells Will to shut the fuck up.
Oh boy.
And there's people there. But not just people, his son is there.
Yeah.
Will pops her with a newspaper, he says, and let's go talk. So they go and they leave the party or whatever. They go out to another room, and Will says, listen, Jada, if we're going to do this, we cannot talk to each other that way. It's a no. And what he revealed that nobody knew, Will's dad abused his mom. That was news to everybody.
Like verbally? I mean,
oh no, physically and verbally.
Right.
He grew up in an abusive household, and I don't think he's ever revealed that until this episode. And he said, "This is how I grew up. I will not, cannot, it can't be. We can't talk this way to each other. We cannot curse. We cannot raise our voices. When we're ready to have a conversation and we're not okay, we have to step back, whatever we have to do to figure out how we can come back together and talk about this incident calmly, because I can't do that." She goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? This is how I talk."
Well, agreed. Like, he needs it some way, but I would need to pop off and get it off my chest a little bit.
And he said, "Then we can't be together." Right then and there. He goes, you got to go then. She's like, "What? You would break up with me over this?" He goes, "No, I am breaking up with you over this. Because of where I came from, I can't do that. It's a no."
I guess I can't understand.
Well, yeah, we weren't there, right?
Yeah.
For him, that was going to take, in his mind, if he allowed that toxicity to come in, maybe, he didn't say it.
Something else.
Maybe the dragon would come out of him from what he saw. If he allowed himself to even have that type of interaction, maybe that's where he was going to take him. I found that to be so incredibly powerful, that he was that insightful to stop it right then and there. She goes, and that's what he did. And I had to say,
what's it worth? Is he worth more than this argument or what? Yeah.
She said, yep. And she goes, and her mom's like, "What? I didn't know that." She goes, they said, yes. They've been married 21 years. They said, "We just started to curse in front of each other and around around the kids this year."
Wow. And the kids are old. I mean, older. I mean,
Willow just turned 18.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Willow just turned 18.
Officially adults.
They said that was it. They said, "We cannot argue this way." And Will said, they went to counselors, they, did everything. And this is in the beginning. They're not even married yet. And he said, the mom said, "How do you separate?" He goes, "I would say I need a minute. I would say I'm inebriated. I would say, if I don't get away from you, I'm going to hurt you. So I'm going to have to leave." And she would do the same. And they would step away from each other to figure out what's really going on.
Yeah. I think that in a relationship, if people can do that, okay, we're arguing.
Yeah.
Let's just walk away.
Give a minute.
I need that.
I need a minute to
vent.
Yeah,
I do too. I
couldn't
do
that.
And that doesn't
is.
mean I'm taking, like, that doesn't mean it's all directed to you. It's just sometimes I just need to pop off.
And what they said was the
best way to handle it.
Well, what they said was really cool. They said, you are treating the person that you claim to love basically like shit to get it off of your chest. Well, go step back, figure it out yourself. She said, kick a damn tree, curse yourself out, whatever you have to do, and then come back to me. And Will said, "I had to walk away from you so I could come back and have this conversation and treat you the way you deserve to be treated in it."
Well, yes, so true. But there's also the other side to that, because we see it with our kids. My children are angels at school and come home and they just let it out. And it's because they feel like they're in a safe place.
I agree.
So with your spouse, you feel like you're in a safe place. You can let it all out. And maybe she felt that way, like, he is her safe place and she's going to let it out and he's going to be there no matter what. And he didn't have the same. He couldn't go there. So it's super interesting. And like you said, it's a lot of like insight from him to know that he can't. That's a lot of therapy.
I mean, we're talking 21 years ago. So he just turned 50. So in his
late
young,
20s.
Yeah, early 30s. He was insightful enough to know second marriage, huge freaking star,
that's a lot
ego.
Of therapy.
Yeah, no, it was before the therapy though.
He had to be in therapy.
He wasn't in therapy yet.
Interesting.
But because why would he have been?
Maybe he was in therapy for something else.
He grew up in the hood.
Because people in the hood don't have therapy.
Yeah,
people in the hood with $1 million
no
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air contracts don't go to therapists every.
No, he didn't. He didn't have that wherewithal yet to go to therapy.
Well, no, it is a stigma.
Yeah, there's a stigma around it. He didn't grow up with it. He became a celebrity and boom, you rise. It didn't say. I think he would have said it in the show.
Yeah.
Or Cherie, the wife, would have said, "We went to therapy. We tried to fix the marriage." They never uttered that, so I don't think that he did. I think when he and Jada got together, that's when they did. And he said, "We went to a communications therapist so we could learn how to talk."
Well, what Kim and I listened to was part 2, where they were talking about Jada's 40th birthday and the party, and that was very interesting because I'm kind of going through that right now, where I turn 40 next year. Huh?
Sorry.
No. It was eye-opening because I really felt for Will, because I feel like he did put himself out there and he did try and plan a really nice party, and she was like,
Nope.
But I saw in her a lot of depression.
Oh, she was
totally
see
depressed.
She was so depressed and she was so not herself that she couldn't even appreciate what someone was doing for her. And yeah, his intentions might not have been pure. His intentions might have been, look, I'm the husband throwing this great party and I didn't ask my wife what she wanted, but she's going to get this.
Look how awesome I am.
Look how awesome I am. But it was still a nice gesture.
It was extremely nice. He got the tapes. He spent 3 years planning that
Yeah.
party. But I got that it was also about him.
Yeah.
I got both sides of that.
I got both sides of that
Mm-hmm.
too. And you could totally see that she was not.
She was depressed.
She
Those
was
pictures
depressed.
of her.
There
were
was
so-
like such. It was. She was so. It was just so such a heavy feeling that she was just sad.
Yeah.
And no matter what he did for her, she was not going to be happy.
No.
So she needed to fix herself, and that's what she said. No one was going to make her happy but her. And once she realized that she was the only one that could make herself happy, that's when things started to go right for her.
Yeah.
So, but he even said he had to go through that too, where he was like the little boy who was always looking for approval from Jada.
Yeah.
And at that point, what I said to Kim was like, it would have been so easy at that red table talk for her to be like, I'm proud of you, Will. You've done so many great things.
Yeah.
And she just
She
sat
didn't.
there and was like,
She didn't.
She didn't say
She
anything.
I think
not.
she was allowing him to have his moment because then at the end, I feel like she did.
Okay.
You know, at
little
the end,
bit.
she
She
came
did
back
a
and she
little
said,
bit.
thank you, and I love you. And she said, I appreciate you.
She did, but it was like 15 seconds out of the 25-minute
But that's all they aired. Obviously, the show lasted much longer because there's also little clips that are on later on that you guys didn't see.
Oh, I
Little
saw
snippets.
there was
Yeah,
things
so
I didn't say.
I don't think that she.
And no, it's just the way she sat there and was very stoic.
Yeah, she was. I agree.
And that's how I've always viewed her, as very withholding and very stoic and very hard. And when I first started watching the show, I'm like, oh, she's breaking that. She's breaking that.
Right.
I see that.
I see it too.
But with the conversations with Will, it went back to that stoic thing. So it kind of made me wonder if she was just letting him have his moment.
I felt like she kind of was.
Or if there's, that's just who she is. I don't know, because I also got the sense, this is bad of me to say, but I also kind of felt like maybe he was doing some of this just for her.
What do you mean?
Like for the show?
No, not for the show, but I don't want to say to win her back. I didn't get the sincerity from him as I got from her.
Agreed.
You thought he was putting on a show?
No,
that he
I
did
just
what he had to do
he
to
did
make
what
her
he had
happy.
to do
He
to make it
doesn't
work.
necessarily believe in it.
And I'm not saying he does or doesn't. It was just I didn't get that sincerity, which I totally got from her, and I think whatever they've done is working for them and 100% wonderful. But I think it was for her, it was more of an internal journey, and I think for him, it was kind of more of a different kind of journey.
I feel like he'd already done his internal journey.
Maybe.
And she needed to catch up. She needed to do hers. And he was doing whatever he had to do to make sure that that marriage, even though they're not calling it a marriage anymore, stays intact. Like he had to support her in her journey and make sure he was doing whatever he needed to do to support her.
To facilitate her journey?
Yeah.
My favorite thing that he said to her was, and I said this to you, was, because I could totally see my husband saying this, is saying, go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever
Do
it
it.
takes. Just do it. Do what you need to do. Go find happiness. Find your true self. And come back to me happy.
I think that's
And I
because
loved
he had
that.
had all the happiness. He thought that there was happiness.
Right.
He's succeeding in everything that he
Yeah,
does. Like he said, he.
He has
And
found
then
it.
you guys missed it in part 1. He said, you had to stay home and raise these kids. You had to let your career go on the back burner. You had to put things aside. Now, what he also said in the beginning, which I never knew, she had actually left Hollywood. She was giving up acting. And then he found her and said, come back.
Oh.
I want to be with you.
So she
You all missed
left
that.
before she met him.
They had already met
Before
a
they
couple
got
times, hung out. And then Jada decided after Different World she no longer wanted to be an actress anymore. She wanted to come home. So she came back to Baltimore, and she bought a farm. And I guess she was renovating the farm. Will's wife filed for divorce. He signed the papers and he called Jada. And he said, Jada, how you doing? And she's like, I'm good. How are you? And he's like, I'm good. Are you seeing anybody? Will says to Jada, she goes, no, why? I'm not. He goes, oh, well, you're seeing me now.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay. She got on a plane and flew to LA. She left. She never spent one single night in that farm she bought.
But don't Hollywood people do that a lot? Like get together just to have those types of relationships?
So they had already met before. They'd already had these in-depth conversations, but Will was married and he vowed to never divorce that woman. And the woman left him, which I don't think I ever knew that. Cherie left Will. Will did not leave her for Jada, which is kind of what we all thought.
Right.
No. And so...
And you learned that from her conversation with her...
No, they just brought that out this week. On this episode, Will said, she left me. I didn't leave her.
No, I'm just saying that they didn't start dating until after they broke up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she got on that plane and she came and, Will... had already been Will. Will was always Will. She was, doing fine. She was going to be, great, but she was not Will's star power. And Will got to still be Will.
I didn't get the sense that that's what she wanted.
She didn't. That's what she said. That's why she came back home. Mm-hmm. But then when she gets back out to LA, of course, okay, well, if I'm back out here, I might as well get back to work.
So maybe she, what's the word? Where you don't appreciate or you do something for someone else that you don't want to do. And then look back.
That's kind of what she did. I don't know what word you're looking for.
I'm crazy. What's the word?
No. Regrets?
Not
she
regrets.
Does. So her mom said, I couldn't understand. I felt like her own mother said, I felt like you weren't appreciative. You had this great life. Will Smith is a great man.
That's not what she wanted.
And she didn't want it. Not that she didn't want Will. She didn't want all the extra bullshit.
And, I can see that. And a lot of people, it's like, be careful what you wish for. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, there are a lot of...
Somebody said the grass is always greener. One of them said that.
Well, the grass is always greener. Always. It's as soon as you get what you've always thought that you wanted, it's not what you wanted most of the time. Right? And so, here she is in a conundrum.
The worst kind, right?
The worst kind.
Because she has everything she could ever freaking want.
Except
privacy.
Self-love.
Right.
Self-love.
Privacy. Him to the fullest. I mean, because he was... And yes, he was very egotistical. And how do you not be
right
when you're in that kind of a position in Hollywood? And I've always said with people, musicians and actors and police officers, people in these positions of
power,
adoration,
well, that too.
Power, adoration, you have people throwing yourself at you, men, women, whatever. And how hard is that to say? I mean, this is kind of different from the show, but how hard is that to say no? Wow. That takes a lot. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
That takes a lot.
But they don't have to say no. It's everybody else that needs to tell them no. They don't have to ever say no. Everything is just given. For Will's back to Will's statue. Everything was given. Everything was told. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you need? How can I make it for you? How can I make this happen? And then you have the money to just...
But how do you just say, back off?
That's hard.
Right? Well, he took 2 years off to try to figure it out.
But she even said that too. Like, she was looking for... He had the big house and everything they wanted, and she just wanted, like, peace and them together.
And
quiet.
Small.
And that's all she wanted. And he was like, but I'm giving you all this stuff. I'm giving you this huge house and whatever you want in life. So she maybe just didn't speak up for herself. Maybe it just took her a long time.
Apparently she didn't. Yeah, she said it.
Speak up for herself. And
she said, never said anything.
Yeah, well, she said she was supporting Will's image. Yeah. I mean, she was being that person for him, being that relationship because of his image.
Was episode 2 the one where he said what Willow said to him about the family?
About Whippet?
Oh, no. Okay. So also, they were going through whatever. I don't know how Willow all of a sudden got wind of something that's going on. And Jada's in the kitchen and Willow's sitting on Will's lap. And Willow looks at Will and says, "Oh, Daddy." He goes, "She rubbed my cheek." And she goes, "Oh, Daddy, I feel so bad for you." And he goes, "Why? What's wrong?" And she goes, you have a picture in your head of what a family should be, and it's not us." And she was like 6 or 8. And Will was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, what? The deepness from an 8-year-old?
And she goes, "How?" And she doesn't remember that happened.
Right.
She goes, "How deep?" She goes, she remembered, I'm sorry. She goes, "I didn't realize how deep that was, what I said. I was just pointing out the obvious."
Yeah.
That you had this image of what our family should be, and that's not what our family is.
But don't we all?
Absolutely.
And just thinking, we all have an image of what we should be, or what we think we should be. Mm-hmm. It goes back to the keeping up with the Joneses, and it's this and that, and trying to be that perfect Facebook family or whatever it is.
And it goes
it's
back,
just so magnified when you're in front of the world.
Oh, yeah. And it also goes back to what we talked about for our kids and wanting our kids to have what we had, but that's not their reality. They don't know what we had, and so they don't know that it's bad or good. Right. So just because Will has a vision of a family doesn't mean that what he has is good or bad. It just means it's different. It's
just different.
And his family growing up, although it was bad, and although he probably had a vision of the Huxtables growing up, or whatever he saw growing up, doesn't mean that what he has is bad.
Right.
But you know what it meant? It meant that what he had needed work. Yeah. And just because I'm loaded, and just because I could buy whatever the hell I want inside this house, it still needs work.
Yeah. Money doesn't buy you everything, people.
So one of the things they do say in there is that divorce isn't an option for them, and that they always knew this may not be working right now. We got to break it down. This joker. Oh my God, that killed me. We got to break it down. We got to break up. We got to start all over again and rebuild.
Yeah,
but we're not getting divorced.
Mm-hmm. So is divorce? Not that it's even on the spectrum for you guys. Obviously, divorce was an option for me. Is divorce an option in your worlds? If it got that bad, is divorce an option?
I mean, I've seen people who are divorced, and it's better. It's maybe a better option for the kids if there's fighting. If it's really a toxic environment, then kids shouldn't be around that, and you shouldn't be around it personally.
Right.
But I don't have a toxic.
No, of course.
I don't have a toxic environment. So, but like my parents argued growing up, and it was always like, oh, they're arguing. Are they going to get divorced? What's going to happen?
And that was also the time when divorce started being real. You know, all of a sudden, you had friends whose parents were divorced, and it was getting to be a little bit more prevalent. So I think kids noticed it more then. I mean, my parents divorced when I was, they split, I think, when I was like in 4th and 5th grade. And then they divorced when I was in middle school. And thank God.
Really?
Right.
I was very naive, and I did not notice anything growing up. But my parents were also 19 when they got married.
Wow. High school sweethearts?
No, they met in college. You know, I think it was one of those things where they got knocked up and they had to get married. And so they were together until maybe 12 years. And
so they're now in their 30s.
Yeah. Early 30s.
So
kids.
Much growth in those years. You don't realize.
Huge. It's huge.
And even more in your 30s to your 40s. And like that's what made me angry about what they were saying about each other, saying that they don't want to define it as marriage. Like that's a dirty
That's a Hollywood
word.
thing, though. Bullshit.
But that made me mad because everything they were saying is what defines marriage to me.
Is marriage.
That they're best friends, that they're like ride or die, that's marriage to me. Just it's... And that's why I was like, so you're defining marriage, but you don't want to call it marriage?
Yes.
So, and what is so negative about the word marriage that you don't want to use that. And that was not discussed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't...
In that aspect, I understood where Jada was coming from. And maybe Will, because his was volatile. I never wanted to be married. That was just not something that I wanted to do. I didn't have successful marriages around me. I didn't know anybody but friends, but I wasn't living that life. My aunt and my uncle were married, but I wasn't happy. My grandfather never married my Nana. They never got married. And back then, that's crazy.
Huge.
3
Yeah,
kids
that's
and never got
crazy.
married. So, and Jada, obviously her mom was a drug addict and she was raised by her grandmother. I get that.
Oh, I understand that.
You see
now,
where I'm going
too.
with that?
Yeah.
I get the thought of that marriage is taboo to me. And that's where I think she was going. The constraints of marriage, the fact that it just never works out in her head and her history.
Right.
I get that. What they're doing now, I did not walk away feeling like I understood what they're doing now.
No, I didn't either.
But if it works for you, it's none of our fucking business.
Right.
I get it.
Oh, right. I mean,
But,
I don't care. Call it whatever you want.
no, call
but
it what
I
you
agree
want.
with Lisa in that, to me, that is marriage.
Yeah, it is.
That is my
And it
definition
felt
of marriage.
like an insult to those of us who are married.
I don't think she meant it that way. Just like she said, those people that if divorce is what's right for you, divorce is what's right for you.
And it's not for her.
It just wasn't for her.
Right.
So she's giving you both ends of the
Yeah,
spectrum. She gave
right.
you both ends of that.
But in the same regard, I think she's also, that is also the definition of any loving relationship too. I mean,
pull and give and take.
right.
And,
Because we choose to marry, that it doesn't make it any different. It's just that is what our definition of marriage is, and we wanted to solidify that within the confines of the law, the church, the wherever else you get married, the winery where I got married by the justice of the peace. But I think for me with my parents, it was they grew apart. They grew different. They had to. And, I was lucky. I got 2 wonderful step-parents out of it. A lot of people aren't lucky.
Yeah, you were very
but
lucky.
knock on wood, I was very, very lucky. And
Knock
I have
on
2
mirror,
wonderful
glass table.
mirrors. And you can see where they needed these other people in their lives. And
Absolutely.
so when I look at divorce, I don't necessarily see anything bad. I do think that people use it as a cop-out anymore.
they jump out too soon.
And I'm not going to state a number because I don't know what it is, but the percentage of divorces have gone sky
skyrocketed.
high. And they say it's not the 7-year itch anymore, it's the 3-year itch.
Yeah.
And people just, instead of trying to work on it like Jada and Will did,
They run out fast.
they run. It's
Easy out.
easier to just run away.
Yeah.
I've heard somewhere on the news that they're trying to do, and it's the millennial thing where it's like marriage is a temporary thing, and then after a certain amount of time, then it's real. I don't know. I just heard that
like
on the
a
news.
contract, like a
tester.
probation period
Yeah.
or something. And I think I heard something about that too, where maybe it was another country where they were doing it, and so they could get divorced within that probation period with
They don't have to deal with anything.
They don't have to
Just
deal with
walk
anything.
away.
They don't have to go through the legal thing. It's just done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. I think I'd heard that.
Going back to Will and Jada though, what I also didn't understand was they had to take a break in their marriage so that she could find herself. And what I said to Kim is like, me and my friends created a podcast and I'm still very much involved in my marriage. Like, why can't you find yourself and have a hobby for yourself and still have a marriage? Like, he was like, go, but this is a break in our marriage and go find yourself. Like, they're two mutually, like, they're their own things. Marriage and her finding herself.
I don't think that they defined it enough for us. I don't know if that meant she could sleep with whoever she wanted or not.
I didn't even take it that way. I didn't even take
but
it
that's
as that
sexual.
either.
But
Yeah.
then what else is walking away from your marriage? Just taking a break. There's nothing wrong with that then. I don't see anything wrong with that. That, to me, makes the most sense. So when my ex and I first were like, okay, this shit's not working, and it was about that 7 years, he moved out for a year. He still came home 2-3 times a week. or slept at the house 2-3 times a week, but he had his own place. He could do whatever he wanted. I could do what I want, whatever. He paid his own bills. I paid my own bills. That screwed me in the ass, but that's not the point. Hollywood just does it on a whole nother level because they have the money.
They have the money to do it, yeah.
But it's no different. What she was saying is no different from us separating.
Right.
That's what we would do as common people. We separate.
We've had friends who have done this.
That's all she did.
Things.
That's what that was saying to me. But finding yourself in your marriage, that's hard.
Well, you have to have a supportive partner.
You have to have a supportive partner
who's not threatened by you going and doing new things
to figure it out.
And that's hard.
Well, we're doing it. Our partners are supportive.
But are you trying to find yourself right now?
Yeah.
No.
See?
I think
I've found my shit.
Have you?
But don't you think we're always trying to find ourselves?
I do.
Because as we age, we always grow and change.
We're constantly changing.
But I've never felt so myself as I do today. Like, I can look back years and years and years and think, like, I am comfortable. I'll tell people what I want. I look at myself at work and I don't get as nervous or anxious if the boss comes in to talk to me, because what's the worst thing that happens? I get fired. I've been fired before.
Right.
So, like, shit doesn't bother me like it used to, so I feel very comfortable in myself. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, every day that's changing. Every day my kids are getting older and facing new things, and every day marriage is facing new things. Yeah. But I feel very comfortable in myself.
I think I feel more and more comfortable as I age, and as I experience new things. I think, and this is probably something for a totally different podcast, but for me, the thing is the greater purpose. I know that there's something more that I need to do. I just don't know what it is yet. And
it's this podcast.
Huh?
It's us. It's this podcast.
It's you guys, and it might be because this podcast has helped in that regard, because I can get these feelings out in these discussions, and because I mean honestly, I can't always discuss these types of things with my husband.
Sure,
I can. That's what you have girlfriends for.
But your husband supports you in this.
Oh, 100%.
And it would be a very different show.
And he's happy. I have friends to
fight our husbands to get this time, or to get like the editing time. It would be very different if they weren't supportive. 100%. And that's where I can see where Will and Jada had issues. Like, he just wasn't maybe supportive of her finding herself, because she was always the one who took care of him.
I don't even think he saw that she needed to find herself.
No.
That was that ego.
Right.
What's there to find, chick?
You got everything.
I'm right here.
I've given you everything.
Everything. Yeah. Not just have I given you, you have the money as well on her own. She still, had movies and money. What more could you need? What more could you have kids, they're healthy. What else can I do? I don't think he knew she needed more. Until she finally was like, yo, motherfucker, I mean,
that kind of goes to one of the other things we were going to talk about. And I said to Lisa, is that what they realized is that he needs the excitement, the extrovertness, the people, the excitement of life. And she needs the home, the family, the tradition, the internal being that she wants to be. She
wants to be at home watching Hallmark.
She
channel
does,
movies,
and I
just
don't
like
blame
the rest
her.
of us.
Jada, come over.
So they need
totally different things.
Yeah, they just need different things,
and they can do that in a marriage.
Oh yeah.
But they had to both come to the realization that exactly what you're wanting, unfortunately, I can't give you, and that's what he eventually said.
But we can't give people anything. I can't give you what you need to make you happy.
Yeah.
I can support you on your journey, but I just can't give it to you.
But that's what he had to figure out.
Yes.
Because all those years.
Because for him, it's my duty.
I was trying to give you.
Yeah.
Forgetting the fact that I'm also giving myself in doing it. I'm showboating. I gave you this house. I gave you this part. It perks me up too. But I'm trying to give to you to make you happy, because he saw that something ain't right. Mm-hmm. You're not happy somewhere. For him to plan a party for 3 years, he knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
He knew he had to fill her cup somehow. He kept trying to fill that cup for her. And, for them, it's just on a different type of level for them.
Yeah.
Our husbands, you know, they're like, what the hell is wrong with you? It just comes at it in a different way than how, you know, her mom's saying, which you guys, you know, that part you missed.
Yeah.
That her mom's like, I thought you were being ungrateful.
I think that we're also very more aware.
Very more.
Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore?
We're very much more.
Any more?
No. What was I going to say?
Barrymore.
Damn you, girls. Oh, I know.
Great.
Barrymore.
We are so much more aware of mental issues, mental health, and depression, and sadness, and that it's not just someone being silly.
Yeah.
You know, someone not being appreciative, someone not. So I think because Lisa was saying earlier that it was very clear that Jada was depressed early on. So that awareness, I think, is kind of helpful in today's relationships.
How would she not have people around her to say, you're depressed?
Well,
Because they don't want to speak up. They don't speak up.
Well,
They're
they don't
lackeys.
speak up, but she's also an actress.
And she turns it on and off.
I am a very high-functioning, depressed person. I can go out there and nobody would know.
Yeah.
But when I'm home alone is with the time that you...
That was her 45 days of crying. But only Will saw those 45 days of crying.
Yeah.
And Will's the one that's counting
Missed
like,
that part, but that was near the end
We'll
of the...
go back and listen.
oh, you missed that.
We'll
Yeah.
go back
She
and
cried for 40. It was
right after the birthday party. She
woke
woke up...
leading up to the birthday party.
I don't remember which it
Yeah.
was, but Will said, you know, it's hard to know that your wife is waking up every single day for 45 days crying.
He said, I'm failing you.
Yeah.
He didn't take it as something's wrong with her. He said, what am I doing?
Right.
That you are crying for 45 days. I failed you.
Right.
My husband said that when I told him early on in our relationship that I needed medication. That's what has always helped me. He was always kind of like, well, why can't I get you out of this? Like, why can't I
fix you?
talk? Yeah. How can I fix you? And I'm like, it's chemicals in my brain. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's taken him a long time to see
And do you think he still... He gets it?
Gets it now because he sees the difference in me when I'm taking the meds and when I'm not.
Yeah.
But it took him a long time to be like,
Well, because you have to...
you can't fix me.
My ex, he was ADD. And from when he took it to when he didn't, I was like, holy crap. But because I don't have that, you know, I'm the one out of the three, but I don't have that. So for me to look at it, I'm like, why do you need that? Dude, just snap out of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm the Danny and I'm the Phil. Snap out of it. We have to take some time to be like, oh, wait a minute. Now that you are taking it, oh, okay, I see a difference. Yeah, take that.
Right.
You know who I just saw on the Today Show? Kelly from
Oh,
Yes, Michelle.
From
Michelle.
Destiny's
Michelle,
Child.
not Kelly.
Michelle.
She
Destiny's
was
Child.
talking about her mental health, and she was saying the brain is an organ just like your heart or just like your liver. And you take drugs for your liver, you take drugs for your heart.
Right.
Like
She's
it's
had
an
a hard
organ.
time.
And her husband or her fiance, whoever, was just sitting right next to her.
Yeah.
She has had a hard time, but she's made it through. But that was really
That was a good one, too.
a good thing to say. Like, the brain is an organ, and chemicals get imbalanced just like your insulin gets imbalanced.
Yes, in your body.
Your
Yeah,
pancreas,
blood.
and that's why you get diabetes. So, like, what is the stigma?
There
of
shouldn't be a
taking
stigma.
Something. So when she was talking about how sad she didn't even use the word sad.
No.
But talking about that 40th birthday party, you were just like, that woman is depressed. You can just, it's just oozing. So I'm glad she's finding help and hopefully getting.
You could tell that there's a difference now in the way she talks. I definitely felt like
she's definitely
Jada's
more
made her way somewhere.
I don't even say confident and the love for
I don't
herself.
know if it was confidence. I just feel like she's at peace. She's found some peace somehow.
Maybe that piece is kind of come through because before her confidence was very bitchy and arrogant.
Yeah.
And now it's just very.
She's softened.
Yeah, she doesn't
softened.
need to be arrogant. She doesn't care what anyone else thinks.
Right.
It's the peace in her.
Yeah.
I don't
And that's
know
all that
even if
matters.
she ever cared what anybody thought. It's that Baltimore attitude. attitude.
Oh my
Or
God,
if
yeah,
he
right.
connected to Will
Just the
Smith.
truth.
That.
Yeah.
My mom has never liked her. She just felt, I think with Jada, she's one of those people, either you like her or you don't.
I will say I am not a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Jada fan.
Me
You
neither.
just like her.
am not. I appreciate her and her journey so much more since she's done the show.
Because we see a whole new side of Jada.
Yeah.
Because we never stepped out to say, she's still Jada Pinkett. She's not just Jada Pinkett Smith. We saw.
It wasn't
we
even
still
Jada
saw
Pinkett
that.
Smith. I just thought that the persona that she put out there.
But she didn't have it before him. Maybe if you didn't know her.
I didn't
I'm
know
trying to
her.
remember the last. Oh no, I did. I mean, because I watched Different World. I love that show.
And the other thing is, he's so lovable
He
in
is.
everything.
But I
he
can see him
does.
being extra. Like, if you don't sit your ass down.
Because, like you said, it's not. We're not like outside of Hollywood. Yeah, he could be a jackass, but we only know.
I don't even
him-
think the jackass side. I think
Hollywood.
that sometimes I'd be like,
just too much.
calm down.
Yeah, bring it down to an
You-
eight.
Because he was even that way in this particular show. He's
Yeah,
very,
he was like, yes.
very,
They
very
said,
exuberant.
like, you're
very-
super happy. You're
Yes.
always happy. And he said, I can find, I don't know if that was in 1 or 2. I'm comfortable anywhere in this world. I can go anywhere. Everywhere is my home. That's just Will Smith.
Right.
That's not a lot of people.
That's not a lot of people.
That's just Will Smith.
Yeah.
Anywhere he goes, he feels at peace.
Yeah. I
So-
don't know. Well, it's interesting, and I definitely want to go watch more of her talks. And
You should, guys.
Yeah, she definitely had some good ones, and there's some other ones on there that I really, really want to see.
so we'll link to that somewhere.
Yeah, no, of course. We'll link to Red Table Talk, and she's got one coming up with Leah Remini.
Oh, that's the one I wanted to see.
Ooh, that looks
That one looks good.
About
Because
Scientology, of course. But people have
but they
always
had
said
they had a rift. or
they had a
something.
rift. They were friends
she's,
for years.
You said she's always
With Gabrielle
just rifting
Union.
with everyone.
Because
Rift?
she
Is it rift?
Rift.
This-
Because I think she
thought
was,
it was
so
riff.
riffing
she was,
is more like
I don't think so.
a riff. A riff is like in song is like a.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
Google
gonna have to-
that.
I don't think
Shit.
it's
What is
but a
a
riff
riff?
is like
A rift.
No,
What
I
does
know.
that mean? Like
A rift.
A
They
rift
had
is a
They had a discourse. They were just not doing so well anymore. That broke up
Okay.
their
Yeah.
relationship. You don't want to riff with me.
and a
bitch.
riff is like in music.
Riff.
It's like a
Riff raff.
riff.
Riff. A short, repeated phrase
So
in
you
popular
gotta
music.
know
All right, that bitch was right.
when
see. I can be right once in a while
to hold
Lies.
them,
You do have to know when to hold them.
and to fold them.
walk away. I think we gotta walk away from this one.
We do. This is pretty deep.
I liked it, Jada.
I'm not saying it was.
Hats off, girlfriend. You're
Yeah.
doing the thing here.
And you
with
know
this
what?
Red
You're
Table
giving
Talk.
us shit to talk about, so
Word.
we love you.
Yeah. So if you want to give us a ring,
Right.
Jada.
Call the studio phone.
Girl, Jada.
studio.
Come sit around the mirror table for some table talk.
Oh,
We're close to Bomber,
we can't put her
We're
on
close
the
to
floor.
what?
Bomber.
Don't
Baltimore.
call it Balmer. Where the fuck is that bitch from?
She's from
Canada.
No, don't you ever? No, I've never told you when I first moved down
boy.
here.
Ideas.
And I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about a fire in Bomber, and I'm like, "Where the fuck is Bomber?" And I'm listening. Yeah, fire in Bomber. Gotta watch out.
Baltimore.
That's what they were saying was Baltimore.
No, it's called Balmore, not Balmore.
That's exactly what I
No,
said.
you didn't. You said Balmer.
You're saying the same word twice.
She did, didn't she?
She
You
said
did.
Balmer. I said Baltimore.
No, you didn't. You said 3 different things.
We have it on recording.
Anyway, regardless.
Irregardless.
Oh,
Regardless.
You gotta know when to hold 'em.
know
when to
fold 'em.
I'm stuck.
Know when to walk away.
Know when to get divorced.
Wow. Damn.
You better count your money when you're sitting at the table.